All right, so let's talk about Chucky season 2, episode 3. Hail Mary, which they say this a lot in the episode. Hail Mary. And this episode is a very very composed episode where like it's not about anybody else except for the kids. This is a very kids oriented episode. It is just about Jake, Devin, Lexi, and Nadine and at the Catholic school. There's no Tiffany or Nika or Glenn or Glinda, even though Glenn and Glinda got revealed slightly at the end of the last episode, episode 2. We didn't get to see them in this episode, and I bet they're going to be in the next one. I have a feeling that they're going to be in the next one, but and I was really kind of bummed because I wanted to see them. I can't wait to see these characters again, Glenn and Glinda. I really do like them, like those characters in the in the other movie, Seed of Chucky, or I guess it's more Glenn than Glinda. But anyways, I just want to see what these two characters are up to. But this episode is not about that. This episode, like I said, is about the kids, and I thought it was interesting that Chucky in the last episode was taking pictures of everybody, so the kids finally get that Chucky and they tie him up and they want to know who this person is. There's a person named the counselor or somebody, or the courier. It was like a weird name. They figure out the name of the person on the phone that Chucky's sending pictures to, but they don't know who the person is. And they take the Chucky that's been taking pictures and they tie him up and brainwash him, and they put pins in his eyes to where it looks like Clockwork Orange, where like he's like this, like watching stuff, and they watch literally every violent movie they could find and just keep it on loop. So Chucky just goes crazy and doesn't want to look at violence anymore. This specific Chucky doesn't want to be violent because it sees so much violence he starts throwing up. And also the movies that they show are all Universal movies, of course, like The Thing, Psycho 2. It had some other ones too, but those are the two that I remember specifically. But this Chucky watches enough horror movies and violence that he just starts throwing up and doesn't like violence anymore. And then they put on a Happy Unicorn like cartoon, so like Chucky becomes this ultra nice, sweet character. This one Chucky doll, like that's great. That's really cool having this character become another version of Chucky. And just you wait, this is not the only different Chucky that we get in this episode. But I loved seeing nice Chucky, seeing Brad Dourif play this role as the nice Chucky who had never heard a fly. That is wonderful, and he's so funny and so sweet. So I love that. I love seeing a nice Chucky. And I love how Nadine gets along with nice Chucky. Like Nadine is so friendly to him, and he's friendly to her since he's nice now. And their back and forths are great. And Nadine is a character that I really am seriously digging. I think she's a great character. Like I think she's such a with that. I think her name is Bella Higginbotham, the actress. Her performance, like her charisma, is just so good. Like she's just such a likable character, even though she like steals a lot of stuff, but I like that this character is just so likable and charming. Um, and this episode also has other things in it too. Father Breyer, Devin Sawa, finds out that Jake and Devin are a couple, so of course he's gonna do something later because you can't have gays in Catholic school. It's against the God's wishes. But anyways, he figures out that, but also Nadine has this confessional where there's another Chucky that kills the guy who's inside the other confessional, and that's the kill you get in this episode. Because usually there's a kill or one or two kills in every episode, and that's the kill you get in this one, and it was fine. Next, Lexi and Nadine connect with their friendship. They start blossoming and have a good friendship in this episode. I really liked the fact that Nadine keeps talking about secrets, and then Lexi says like she's depressed and is repressing all of this stuff that happened to her, all these horrible murders that her boyfriend killed, that she's got all of this pent up sadness, and she uses drugs to cope with it, and it just really brought a good connection between her and Nadine. Like they both really they're forming a good bond, and I really dug that. But we get to the final part of the episode, which is great. The Trevor character, who's like the bully character that Lexi knew in school, and he's like a better person now, but he really isn't. He pretends to be like a good Catholic kid, but he's not. He goes into Lexi's room, and then he gets smashed through the stomach, like his chest just burst, and you don't know what it is. And then you see another scene of good Chucky, talking about unicorns, I think, and then somebody pops into the door to good Chucky, and it is another Chucky, but this is a buff Chucky. This is a roids Chucky. He looks like he took steroids. He's got the pecs, and he smashed a hole through that Trevor kid, like where there's a big giant hole in this Trevor kid. That was hilarious. But I'm scared now because good Chucky's in danger. Now good Chucky has encountered the buff Chucky, and that could kill him, or he could intimidate him. So I'm scared because that's how the episode ends. You don't know what happened to good Chucky, but I hope that they keep good Chucky because it was such a cool way of showing a different version of Chucky being nice, but also buff Chucky. They lower Brad Dourif's voice too, which is hilarious. Like, he actually sounds like a bodybuilder wrestler. Like, he sounds like a Mortal Kombat character, which is genuinely funny, and I love that. But that was a great way to end the episode. The episode ended great. It really makes me so excited for the rest of the show. Even though I already was, of course. But man, that really was a great cliffhanger. And I actually forgot. I did see the episode 4, like, pre-trailer, like, for episode 4. Like, you know how they do like a next time on thing at the end of the show? They did one for this, and it showed that Meg Tilly's in the next episode. So I'm assuming she's Tiffany's sister. I'm just assuming that. But that'd be cool to see her, because Meg Tilly's great, and they played Psycho 2 in this episode, so that's pretty hilarious as well. Hilarious similarities. And I'm hoping that means Glenn and Glenda will be in the next episode, because I can't wait to see them both. I can't wait. So that's going to be awesome. I'm so pumped for the next episode. This show is just fantastic. Love it so far. Season 2 is just as great as the first one. And sometimes even better. It's honestly feeling even, because you get to know the characters more, it's really building more into a great show, even though it was already great before, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's all I could say about Chucky Season 2, Episode 3, Hail Mary. I'll, of course, see the next episode next week, so I can't wait. Talk to you guys later. Take care.